What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another account progression video. Alright, so it is time for another tier 2 character, and as you can see here, we are finally getting Hawkeye, or Ronin in this case, to tier 2. So yes, now that he has his endgame uniform and is now Ronin, he is, quite nice. He gets a really big boost from this uniform here. He's kind of got like the Winter Soldier effect going on, where he's being taken from his base kit, which can't really do much of anything, to using his uniform here and be able to clear most of the content in the game. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at him here. So we've got all of our gears leveled up, of course. We have the third skill leveled up for that all attack, all speed, and crit rate increase. We have his fourth skill here is leveled up for the chance to penetrate, which will go up to a 40% chance. And then the chance to miss does not go up on that one, so you do not need to level up the fifth skill. Our isolate set is overdrive, is just the first one that happened to roll on him, which I don't know if he really needs that one too much, because his crit rate is going to be capped out pretty much, because he has a lot of native crit rate, and then he gets the 15%? Wait, where's it? Third skill. 15% right there, so you should be able to cap him out quite easily, so you can go with Power the Angry Hulk if you want to get that attack speed instead. For the Obelisk, I have just a immune to guard break with a damage proc on him. We do have a 180 proc, so it's pretty good. I would have liked, of course, something different than fire resist, and I do like having guard break immunity on him, even though I don't know if it's necessary, but I think it'll help just because his fourth skill just has regular damage immunity, not invincibility, so you can get guard broken out of the fourth skill if you're using that one. But the fifth skill is going to be an iframe, and then his other skills have at least partial iframes on them. But either way, I always like getting immune to guard break if I can. And then for the uniform here, I did rank it up just one rank to advance, thought I could get that little bit of extra skill cooldown to get him closer to cap there. So as you can see here, his stats are still a little bit low overall. The crit rate though is really good, but that's just because that's his kind of base crit rating. He just has really high crit rate, and then also same thing with crit damage. He just has naturally high crit damage, which is nice. The ignore defense, we do have only 35%, so I definitely need to work on that. And then the skill cooldown is at 47.5, so it shouldn't really affect our skills too much, so I think that's going to be okay. But the ignore defense is the one that I'm a little bit worried about holding him back. So let me see, do I have? Yeah, I do have ignore defense on there. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get him to tier 2, and that's going to be pretty much the very last of my gold here. I'm going to be down to almost 0 gold after doing this, so I'm going to have to save up again, but I wanted to get Ronin here to tier 2, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, there we go, another tier 2 from another endgame uniform. So 3 tier 2s from the endgame uniforms there, but all really nice uniforms, so I'm definitely happy to rank them up to tier 2. So let's see what he's getting from his tier 2. He is going to be getting guaranteed dodge by 20%, very nice, increased skill damage 32%, bonus damage by 15%, and then increased guaranteed crit rate by 35%, so that is going to be separate than his just regular crit rating. So do not add this 35% onto whatever you see in the info or the details page, because they do not stack. These are two separate values, the crit rate and the guaranteed crit rate. So you can have 75% or the max rate here for the crit rating, and that 35% will not be taken into account there, and it does not affect the regular crit rating. So yeah, keep that in mind. So let's see, now that we have him freshly tier 2, let's go ahead and try him out and see how he can do in World Boss Ultimate. But do remember, his ignore defense is a little bit low, so that might hurt him some, but I'm still expecting him to do quite well. Where's Beast? Oh, attack speed and ignore defense. That's nice. Alright, so here we are at World Boss Ultimate. We're going to be taking on Proxima here at stage 40, see how Hawkeye can fare. So we have Beast for his leadership, 50% physical attack, and then also we get this nice team up bonus here, which is going to help out our ignore defense problem and get us a little bit more attack speed. I didn't notice when I was at the details page what his attack speed was at, but usually I'm pretty close to max on attack speed anyway, so I don't know if that'll be helping him out too much. But then we also have Valkyrie here for her tier 2 passive, And then we're going to be doing all damage strikers except for anti-venom there, because we do want to have that heal just in case. Even though I think Hawkeye should be pretty well protected, but I haven't used him yet actually in World Boss Ultimate or anything like that since getting the uniform. This is going to be my first attempt, so I'm going to need that buffer zone just for me learning the character here. So let's go ahead and start up here, get Beast to buff us up. And now let's see, what is his damage going to look like on the 5th skill? Oh, we didn't get a damage proc, so... Oh, wait, there's Blade Twisters in here? I did not realize that. Alright, so what else is an iframe? So that's an iframe. Alright, so yeah, a lot of the damage is going to be at the end of the 5th skill there, so I think the 4th skill might be the best one to get my damage proc on. So let's kind of stall for time here, and now we're probably dead. Oh gosh, get into there. Ooh, just barely made it into that damage immunity. Alright, let's grab all these healing globs, get healed back up. Oh, let's get into that iframe before those Blade Twisters decide to ruin us. Ah, run away. Yeah, the damage is pretty good, because this is stage 40 right here. So stage 40 is quite difficult for Proxima, so I'm not expecting to see him melt like multiple bars, but he's definitely doing quite well here. And now we have these stupid Blade Twisters back to try to kind of ruin everything for us here. I hate those Blade Twisters, man. Those are like the worst thing in World Boss Ultimate. Oh no, no. Proc the damage proc on the wrong skill. Get back to my 4th skill. There we go. Run away from those Blade Twisters, and there we go. The mind control wore off, so now we gotta dodge these. I mean, the damage on his 5th skill might be... Let's try it again. What does the damage look like on the 5th skill? Oh, the paralyze worked on Proxima there. Okay, so it looks like the paralyze on the 5th skill actually does apply to World Boss. That's pretty cool. And did he, she, or what? No purple. I thought I saw her do the purple circle call down. Oh, apparently I was mistaken. Guess let's grab these for now. Let's switch over, and now let's get some damage. Ah, get into the iframe. She was iframing. I couldn't do anything. Ooh, there we go. Got the all defense down from Deadpool or something there. Applied, maybe it was from Invisible Woman, but that was pretty nice. Oh, we missed the damage spot. Alright, let's run away from those Blade Twisters. Those things are nasty. And now let's go ahead and get a half a damage proc there. Alright, I mean, it's better than nothing. Ooh, yes, there we go. Yeah, let's get that mind control going. Get into that damage immunity. Yes, yes. All according to plan. Yeah, so survivability is pretty nice if we can keep timing these skills properly here. So I'm getting the damage immunity on the 4th. Ooh, nice dodge. On the 4th skill here. And then I'm hopping into the 1st skill, the 2nd skill, and then back into the 5th skill for that wrong iframe. And then we try to switch because we're about to die. But no, we go into the 5th skill after that for the iframe. And then by the time that iframe is over, the 4th skill's off cooldown, and we can just repeat the process. Alright, let's go ahead and buff you up a little bit. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, let's get out of that, because that will do a lot of damage to us, and I just messed up my own skill rotation, but that's fine, because I was running around there for a little bit. Alright, let's pick up those healing globs. Let's get back into an iframe here. Back into a damage immunity. Back to running away because there's some more purple circles. And there's some more purple circles. And now we can maybe do some damage, because I think she's finally done raining down hell from above. So, Blade Twister, get into that iframe. Alright, so we are going to be running out of time here, but I was still learning the character there, and sometimes we were getting nice damage procs and doing a lot of damage. Other times we weren't, but that probably can just be attributed to the strikers applying or not applying the all defense down. No, I couldn't chain that into the 4th skill right away, and we're probably, dead here. But we wouldn't have got too much further there. But for stage 40, I am quite impressed because I haven't done too much to him. I mean, we do have a 180 proc, so there's not much room there. But, of course, if I got something else like, what does he need? Crit damage? If I got that on there, maybe ignore dodge would help. But his crit damage and crit rate are already quite high, so I don't think you necessarily need to kind of prioritize those stats. So, like, kind of obelisk similar to mine, if you just have one with like immune to guard break and a damage proc on it, and then just kind of like a non-useful stat on it, you can throw it on Hawkeye here because he already has really high stats in all of the other fields. And yeah, his ignore defense needed a little bit of help, but this team up with Beast was quite nice. We could get a little bit more damage out of him if we used Nick Fury for leadership, but my Nick Fury was not available for this particular run here. We were down to 4 bars with 15-16 seconds left. That would have been enough for like 2-3 more damage procs. Yeah, like 3 more damage procs if I'm lucky, so I probably would have gotten down to like 2 bars, so this would have been really close. So maybe if I played more aggressively and didn't kind of run around as much during this battle right here, I think he could have cleared stage 40 like as is, how he's currently built. But like I said, I need to get his ignore defense up a little bit, because even with the Beast team up here, I think we're at like 40% ignore defense. So the extra 10% ignore defense can make quite a big difference. You'd be kind of surprised at the difference ignore defense makes when you're fighting War Boss Ultimate here. So I definitely think he would have been able to clear it if my ignore defense was maxed out, or if I had played a little bit more aggressively in this case here. And also our strikers were, 2 of them were energy strikers, or energy damage strikers, where he has physical damage. So if we had switched those out for physical or just damage dealt to supervillains, it might have helped. But I like having the all defense down from both Invisible Woman and Scarlet, and of course our mind controls are invaluable. So I think it kind of outweighs that extra 10% damage that I would have been getting. So overall, very happy with Hawkeye's kind of rework here in terms of his Ronin uniform, the endgame uniform, and quite happy to have him at tier 2. So definitely a character to invest and work on if you are lacking kind of characters for War Boss Ultimate, or characters that can do like really high stages in probably Shadowland, or yeah, for Shadowland or Shadowland Infinite. And he's a discounted character. He's a farmable character in terms of like story missions. So yeah, quite easy to obtain. You just need to be able to have enough crystals to get this uniform, because he definitely needs the uniform. So without the uniform, I would definitely not tier 2 him. But now that he has this, he's well worth it. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.